How have I never been here before?
One city, 2 bites, 3 sites.
Welcome to Memphis.
Sun Studio.
We went to the place where the old guys sang.
Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, B.B. King, Jerry Lewis. All these guys recorded here.
It's first come, first serve. You just show up and try to get in with the tour group. You can find more information on their website. Follow the link in our description. The whole thing is a guided tour.
Our tour guide was amazing.
She just did a really fantastic job of guiding us through the history of the place.
Recording Service's slogan in the early days was, "We record anything, anywhere, anytime."
It was so cool to go through these places. I love the stories about Elvis in his early years. I loved hearing about Johnny Cash.
One of my favorite parts of the studio was definitely when they brought you into the actual recording studio.
Where we were standing, some guy named Elvis stood there a long, long time ago.
I think their name was U2. And I touched one of the drum sets that they used.
And especially if you combine music and musicians I already love and history, I don't know, it's amazing. This is maybe a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this, go ahead like 10 or 15 seconds or so. But at the end, they bring out the same microphone that was used for all of the vocal recordings at Sun Studio, which means you are standing and holding the same microphone that Elvis Presley sang into.
It's like a never gonna give you up style microphone. It was cool to see that.
We're in Memphis, we have to get barbecue.
We went to a really good restaurant called Central Barbecue.
And it was so good.
Mac and cheese with the side of mac and cheese. You can't get enough mac and cheese.
I got the kids' junior barbecue. So it's pulled pork and coleslaw.
This is the first thing you have to start with when you get one.
Start with?
Cookie! I'm a kid.
I think it's okay if adults start with cookies too. I had a really good pulled pork sandwich, which I loved. Definitely a place that we enjoyed. Good food and good service. I know these videos haven't been necessarily connected, but we did film them all in one trip. Dallas, Houston, New Orleans, and throughout the entire trip, it's been cool to see elements of the civil rights movement that we've been learning along the way and culminated at the National Civil Rights Museum.
We like to do fun things on our trips, but we also like to do things that have a little weight to them. And this was one of those.
It takes you on a journey from when the first slaves arrived in the 1600s, the Civil War, Reconstruction, the Jim Crow era, and leading into the Civil Rights Movement kind of in the early 1960s.
I think history is such a great way to learn and to grow. I feel like they do the museum in such a way where you do feel hopeful for the future.
It kind of ends focusing on the life of Martin Luther King Jr. and all of the things that he was involved in leading up to his time in Memphis. Once you finish in the main part at the Lorraine Motel, they do have a second part, a second exhibit, which talks a little bit more about the shooter. It's just right across the street.
It was really interesting to see the Civil Rights Museum and everything that happened at that time.
It was really great for the boys to be able to learn about MLK in such a meaningful place.
I just think it's something that's important to learn, to try to understand, and to listen.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
So there is this park.
Mud Island Park. At the time when we were there, it was definitely being renovated. It was a Monday and it was really hot, so there weren't many people there at all.
So you walk this really cool trail that mimics the Mississippi River.
So it is really cool because on the ground they have recreated the entire Mississippi topography and everything. Yeah, like I think so, all the way down to Louisiana. What do you think?
What do you mean? Just walking 100 degrees?
And then when it gets to the Gulf, it's this big like wading pool area, but it's huge. It's really cool.
Great picture opportunity right there in front of the Memphis letters. It was a really beautiful park that we enjoyed walking through.
We went to the Bass Pro Shop. It's a giant glass pyramid, just drawn in. There's something about it. Something about pyramids.
They have stuffed animals and they have stuffed animals, but we didn't buy any stuffed animals.
It was fun to just stop in and look around the store and see the fish and how they've decorated, and it's really cool.
There is an elevator that takes you to an observation deck at the top of the pyramid. We opted to not do that, just based on two things, cost and time.
We have been reading on almost every menu banana pudding. So we went to this place called Not Butterlicious, even though Matt called it that today.
I think I just kept calling it Butterlicious because it was delicious.
Butterific.
The best part of it is they had cookies on it.
In the other banana pudding, it's not vanilla wafer type of thing. It's like these shortbread cookies or something that she made.
Cookies!
Cookies on top were just like icing on the cake. Not literally icing on the cake, but cookies on the pudding. But whatever, it was really good.
Ducks live at this hotel. It's called the Peabody Hotel. A long time ago, these dudes had like a lot of whiskey to drink and thought it would be really, really funny to put the ducks in the fountain in the hotel.
The duck show is amazing. It's one of the best things on earth. It goes 2 times a day.
At 7 in the morning and at 5 p.m.
Basically, they have these trained ducks that swim around in like a fountain.
They swim around it and then he like grabs his like cane
And leads them on a march, and they like actually like walk all the way up to the roof.
To the roof?
They walk into an elevator that brings them up to the roof.
I would recommend getting there a little bit early. Maybe get yourself like a drink or a soda or something at the bar and just chill at those tables. It gives you a really nice view. We all enjoyed it. When we left, we were all smiling and laughing about it, and we were like, that was pretty fun.
It was hilarious and also cool.
It was awesome.
We went to a place called Greenbelt Park.
It was a beautiful park right there in the Mississippi. We were there for sunset, extremely picturesque and just kind of cool to see the barges going down the Mississippi. Great way to end the day with a relaxing stroll.
There was this green belt, maybe, of some sort that the boys climbed, and that was pretty fun. It was pretty challenging, but they enjoyed trying it. It was just a really nice time of day to be there. There's lots of people walking their dogs and jogging. It's such a charming park to be in.
Thank you all for watching.
Thanks for watching. Now let me sleep.
We got a lot of great videos coming your way, so make sure you subscribe, click the bell so you get those notifications, and like if you enjoy it.
I can't wait for you to see our next one, St. Louis, Missouri.
See you next time. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at the nunnery.
You were looking past me.
I was looking at the nunnery. I don't know what it is. A nunnery. It sounds familiar. It can't be where they make nuns. Is that where nuns come from?
Yeah, it's a nun manufacturing plant.
Great. I wasn't seeing that.